TOL Week 4. And we got the Drunkards going up against GI Joe. Both teams, I'm quite sure, are 2-1. And they're battling it out. GI Joe, of course, known for its impressive run game and super stifling defense, was able to take down the Eternia All-Stars. And the Drunkards, surprisingly, with a winning record. And because basically a bunch of drunkards out there trying to do what they can. CM Punk does not get very far, out to the 14. So let's see what we got with the Drunkards. Can they muster up enough offense? Oh, that's not a pretty start as the pocket collapses. Gung Ho is their initial sack of the game. 2nd and 18. Suddenly you're a little nervous about safeties. They decide to swing out with Murray, who doesn't look super fast, but at least is able to pick up a couple. Probably avoiding any danger of safety. And that same pressure, that end is there, and it's an INT, and that is what the G.I. Joe team relies upon. They need a couple of takeaways each game because their offense struggles, especially if the run game doesn't just cruise through. The passing game is completely inept, so they need to get a lead and then hold it early. Snake Eyes is there. Doesn't look amazingly fast. So here comes that passing game, and as expected, it's pretty dismal. So they're going to try to capitalize with a field goal. And remember, they choose also not to pay their kicker. And in a time when points are at a premium, when you know your offense is not going to score much, that obviously cost him, and cost him big time. Murray avoids the initial pressure, decides to... Oh, and Murray has just thrown 2 picks. We had a leaping grab, a 2-yard interception, I think by a linebacker. Look at that. That was just an insane play. A jump, a grab, an immediate tackle, and just like that, they've got the ball again. 2nd and 7. A little bit of a hole there. Oh, he tried to hurl, couldn't get through much. 3rd and 4. Will we see the pitch to the near side? No, he's going to try to throw. Not suggested. He's going to do a long bomb, and then there's a pick, giving up any chance of points on the field goal. So it's turnover after turnover. G.I. Joe needs to stick with the run game. Pressure coming through, but Murray's got a little time. However, it's good coverage, and so he's just going to throw it away. This G.I. Joe team, really known for disrupting the offense of opposing teams. There's someone in the face, but it's a perfect throw to Aykroyd, who's able to dive beyond the reach of the defender. Pick up a nice first down and move the chains. Now they pitch to Punk, who tries to make his own way and pays the price with a 4-yard loss. Bill Murray now the sweep. He's got some blockers out in front of him. Again, he's not looking super fast, but he's going to get a couple of divers to cooperate and will pick up a first. Oh, but folks, his fibula is sticking out of his shin. That is not encouraging. He's going to miss at least the rest of this game. Remember, too, choice piece is out. So that's going to bring in Justin Fields. I think I'd rather have Travis Bajan. And, God, that could have been picked. Let's see what Fields can do here. They're trying the same pass. Oh, he's going to have a wide open guy. Going to try to find Aykroyd. Looks like a good throw. Another diving grab by Aykroyd, who gets it to the 11. They would have loved to score there. Let's see what this red zone D can do on the heavy defensive team. They try a reverse. That doesn't work. They lose 7. And just like that, they're almost back to the 20. A lot of pressure. Does have a couple of dump-offs. Going to find Punk, who's going to make some nice moves, but it's going to be a huge 3rd and 2. I don't know if I like this call. Let's see what the defense can do. Oh, there's a lot of opening, but he danced too much. Oh, but it was the second effort that got the first down. If he had just strided right away, it would have been fine. And then he's going to be able to waltz and walk right in. So CM Punk doing what he needed to do. A little hesitation there. It could have been costly, but he made up for it with an amazing second effort. driving with his legs. Not blocked, so that will mean, although the piss-poor field goal attempt of G.I. Joe, they're going to need a full score to try to tie this game up. Let's see what Snake Eyes can do. He's also the running back. Not a great return, out to the 30. Fell down as he threw somebody. So here's a bit of an opening for him. Remember, he came back, so we know he's an average. At least he was at the start of the first quarter. Probably still is. There's a first, making some couple of moves there. Picks up, oh, and just like that. I thought the injury rate was super low on this season, but I think Bobby, as usual, is futzed with the ROM and didn't share it with anybody else. So now here comes Serpentor and then Baroness. I don't think Baroness is paid too well, but I cannot remember. Because there's been a hell of a lot of injuries for a supposedly 0.5% injury percent chance with each tackle. So here's the pitch. Serpentor looks like he's better. There's the chop blocker in action. Love to see that, and that's a first down. So I think Snake Eyes going down, at least temporarily, is an advantage because Serpentor is looking faster for G.I. Joe. Gets to the 14 inside the red zone. Looks like they just want to do that heavy dose of run, which is their key to success. Plows forward for 5.5. Now it's the pitch. Got a blocker in front, but a great defensive stand there to prevent a huge pickup. What are we going to see here? Third down, but it's a called play. And so they're going to have to settle for the field goal. And terrible kick, but luckily they're so close it'll be all right. So Skidmark puts on 3, gets G.I. Joe on the board. CM Punk stands at his 10. Streaks forward, has a guy behind him, does a pretty good job on the first wave, still fighting harsh. Gets out to the 22. Double back set, Fields is going to fake it, but he's going to have someone chasing him, and is going to get the dump off. You got to give Fields some credit there. Big pickup, looked like the chaser was going to drag him down right before as that arm went in motion, but he was able to fire it off there. Fields has clearly been paid. And he's got a lot of choices here. Shitty throw, but it's still complete. Pickup of 16. Could have been bigger, but hey, 16 moves the chains. And keeps possession. Here's that pressure, and that forces him to throw it out of bounds. Let's see what Danny... See if they can get the ball to Danny Boy. Justin Fields making some moves. You wouldn't think he would have the energy just being the vegetarian that he is. But he's able to get up there. Here's Punk now. Gets a second effort. That'll be a first down. 59 seconds. Time not a huge factor given where they are. But they want to pad this lead. Spread formation for Fields. Line holds. He's got a couple of choices. Throws it out of bounds. 47 seconds left. Trips to the near side. Fields surveys. Takes off. Got some pressure early in his face. And throws it right to the defender who drops it. That could have been costly. Now suddenly it's 3rd and 10. Again there's pressure in his face. And again the defender's there. Not as easy of a pick. So they'll have to settle for a field goal. On the bottom hash. Looks like a 45-yarder. But they split the thing as long as it goes through. And they do. Nice kick. And so that'll return the lead to 7. Butthead knocks it through. They've also given G.I. Joe very minimal time. So unless there's a huge return by Baroness, they're probably safe. And Baroness is not going to cough up that huge return. As we said, an unpaid RB4 isn't going to do much. So here's the pitch out to Serpentor, who fights off a few guys. 3 seconds. They will get one more play, but I don't think they really have much of a scoring possibility here. They pitch it, probably their best play choice, but the defense is in a decent spot. Going to get a few yards for stats, and that's about it. So as expected, low scoring. Over and under on this was 26. Did I just double it? Yeah, I did. So we'll see if they can exceed that or not. G.I. Joe does get the ball. The weak Baroness will be the returner. Struggles to even reach the ball. Gets out to the 10, but does not make the 15. Let's see what we can roll here. He's got a pretty good opening. Let's see what kind of line he's going to take. Serpentor off to the races. Can't toss the guy, but a big pickup out past the 40. They saw what they like there. They may just feed it to him again. They do. Defense plays it a lot better. And this time they drag him back for a 2-yard loss. Now we've got motion. We've got a pass play. G.I. Joe at its most vulnerable. They do have a man open. They do not, of course, throw it to that man. And now it's 3rd and 12. Likely to see another pass. Nope, they're going to stick with the run, which I would as well. Oh, they don't get a great block. Serpentor looks pretty fast, I have to say. 4th and 2. They're going to be conservative and go for a punt. Serpentor may have shifted into excellent here in the 3rd quarter. They fire it too deep. So the Drunkards will take over. 7-point lead at the 20. Will 10 points be enough? That's really the question on everyone's mind. Line holds pretty well, but Roddy Piper sticks that leg out and trips Justin Fields up for a 4-yard loss. Oh, the line is in there. Double covered, but knocked away. 3rd and 14 now. Likely again to see a pass. Line holds pretty well, but everybody's covered. Let's see what he chooses to do. He's going to try to take off and run, but it's going to be a sack for roadblock. And the loss of 1. 4th and 15, so good decision to punt. A quick 3 and out. They'll get the ball again, although remember, Baroness is the returner. So they're going to lose the field position game here. Well, will they? Baroness making a hell of a return out to the 45. Really didn't lose much. Hawk's going to pass it off. Oh, Serpentor got bumped there, slowed up, and couldn't really get his stride. A blocking on that play is suspect, and it's really suspect when it's called, so now they're faced with a 3rd and 13. The Drunkards defense looking to hold strong. Here comes a man in motion. A lot of pressure. It's going to be an early force, but it's a pick. And so an ill-advised throw. Nets the pick. Here's a called play. They get the ball off to Ackroyd, but now that's a pick in the back. Shadow gets it. That's been the case here. We've had turnover after turnover, right followed one by the other. Pretty good line. He takes a weird angle. I would not have taken that hole, but does pick up at least 5. Some positive yards. Here comes that blocking scheme. Oh, but man, that outside linebacker doing the outside contain. Good work there. This is going to force a throw. They're in big trouble. The chance of this working is essentially nil. Brad Peck gets the sack, and it's 4th and 11. Time beginning to be a factor for both of these teams. They fire it to Punk. Too deep. So once again, the Drunkards will start at the 20. Justin Fields taking over. Gonna have his RB2 open. Gonna find Punk, who drops it. Heard footsteps and was worried about getting clocked. This time they pitch up to Fields, who trips. Fields, again, the vegan energy. As soon as he takes 3 or 4 steps, he just seems to run out of energy. Then it's a called play. So that defense swallowing people up as expected. Defense doing a great job. Offense needs to get on the fucking board for G.I. Joe. Baroness, deep kick. Baroness stands at the 6, lets it bounce. Does get a block. Then going to be destroyed at the 18. So it's a long field for G.I. Joe. Unlikely they're going to be able to march all the way down there. Here's a pitch. Does have a blocker or 2 out. Look at him go there. And out to the 38. So a big pickup on the sweep to the right. Making a couple moves. Oh, and Serpentor goes down. And I think that's going to bring in Baroness. And that is catastrophic. The Baroness comes in, and the offense, which was struggling as is, just going to devolve to nothing. 3rd and 5. You can't throw, you can't run. Baroness does pick up the first down. You know, he'd love to shove it in my face when I say they can't do anything. No positive yards there. No positive yards here. In fact, a loss of 3. 3rd and 13. Here comes motion. And he's going to toss it to Flint, but it's an INT for baby Joey. And so the defense is going to need to score. We need a fumble 6, we need a pick 6, something like that. The offense is simply not going to do it. A lot of pressure coming up. Nice throw. Punk led perfectly. Doesn't pick up the first. I don't know if I'd call any reverses against this high-powered defense. Aykroyd stuck in the backfield, and he'll lose yards. So they do trot out the punt team, but that's really a success for the Drunkards. They get the punt off. And again, Baroness actually will just be on the end zone. But 80 yards with no offense, that's a hell of a long way to go. Baroness does the best they can, getting 4 yards. That's about the most you can ask for. They need a perfect series of play calls, 4 yards a clip. And he falls down, giving back 3 of the yards he worked hard to gain. 3rd and 9. Here comes motion. Probably going to be go for it time, although I'd punt personally. Let's see where they throw it to. Could get a jump. They do. Flint with a catch. And then he fumbles, desperate to get there. The Drunkards pick it up. Sophia Goff is fast. She may be gone. To the 20. Drag down, but that's going to be your dagger. 1:16 left. Drunkards take over. Just when you thought maybe they could do something, CM Punk with a lot of green, not a ton of speed, but still picks up 6. 1 minute left. Punk again with the pitch, no gain, but holds onto the ball. It's really all he needs to do. Now you're just praying for a blocked field goal. Aykroyd has some green, and he gets the first down. He's done nothing the whole game, but picks up the first down and seals the deal, prevents any sort of blocked field goal, which was the only thing that could have happened to him. And Justin Fields puts on the exclamation mark, says, fuck this, I'm going to eat some sweet peas and squash. And the Drunkards take it. And an impressive 17-3 victory over the vaunted defense of GIJ.